Hello. Welcome to UI Wednesdays with Alyssa. That'd be me. Yes. So today, on this blustery Wednesday afternoon, it's so cold. We're like beginning of September, so I get it. Fall should be setting in, but like I'm in the middle of the US and we just hit I think we're in the 50s right now. So it's not, it's not quite snow weather, but it's definitely we did not slide into fall. We just kind of fell face flat into it. So but welcome to UI Wednesdays. We will be tackling the CSS challenge of the day, but I've actually picked out a really juicy one for us. So I'm excited. I haven't peeked under the covers or anything at this one. I'm just going to tackle it the best way that I know how, and we'll see if we can get it done in the time that we have. So yes. Alrighty. So here is, I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. It's going to be epic. Alrighty. So here we have the day, I guess, day index of 11, really day number 12. I scrolled through until I found just a fun one that I was like, ooh, yeah, how do we do that? How do we make that happen? So I'm going to plop it into the chat in case you want to follow along. But you can always go to 100dayscss.com. And then on the left, I got a squeaky mic stand over here. On the left side, you have this navigation that will let you go. And we are on day number 12. So if you happen to be live with the day that it is, for instance, I think I'm like maybe 5 days ahead or something, you can actually scroll down and see what people from previous rounds have submitted, but also submit your code pin yourself. So I'm excited to try this. I love messing with like fonts with CSS and styling. Of course, it looks like we're going to be doing some Z indexing, I think the highlighting is just done with background color. I think so. Yeah, so we'll make sure and separate out a special span for that bud. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Should be pretty doable. I think the thing that usually takes the most time with this kind of challenge is, oh, hey, a raid. Hi, everyone. Hello, darlings. We are tackling this CSS challenge today. It looks like it should be pretty fun. I don't know. I personally am a huge fan of modifying fonts and text and things. Welcome, everyone. My name is Alyssa. This is UI Wednesdays with Alyssa. A couple hours of CSSing. I will plop the CSS challenge link in case you too want to accept the challenge. I would love to see what you end up coming up with. So you just say open template and it'll open a code pin for you with the base template. And we're going to get going. Wait, are you the Alyssa from UI Wednesdays with Alyssa? That was funny. That's actually hilarious. Geeky girl, Sarah. I'm going to move our screen so we see the chat. That I'm sorry, but I'm a fan for a good joke. That made me giggle. Okay, let's name this. I usually name CSS challenge. I usually name them after the challenge that they are. I think it's like after the 100 days, the challenges just re-loop. So I have not done all of them yet. It is a goal. It is a goal of mine to do every single challenge. So yes, day number 12. Actually, I want to put, is there like a description? Settings. There is a description. Tackling this challenge. I don't understand why my title isn't here? Question mark. Okay, I'll just redo it. Save and close. So the first things first, we're going to go and grab the copy. So we've got the quote itself, the Albert Einstein, the name. Then we've got these parentheses in the background. Okay, so instead of happy coding, did I grab it all? Maybe. Okay. I'm trying to think if Albert Einstein should be his own happy paragraph. Yes, I am from Kansas City, your hometown. So you're not there right now. I was talking about earlier how Arctic it is here in Kansas City, Missouri right now. I'm originally from Oklahoma, but right now I'm up here in Kansas City with my sister. Her husband's going to seminary here. And we're enjoying the freakishly cold weather. So hopefully it's warm where you are, because I was ready for be eased into fall and the beautifulness, not kind of like face first. Pittsburgh. Live in Casey, Alma. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, no, I feel like Pittsburgh is colder than here, maybe. If you're part of that crazy winter storm we're getting right now in September. Okay. Let's go 70s to 90s today. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's actually 55 right now outside. So okay. I'm gonna put Albert Einstein into a different paragraph. Please let me know if that's the wrong choice. Good, good, but the quotes I need. Trying to think how I want to do this. Whoa, just a single one. Thank you, darling. Good. Good. Perfect. And then I'm thinking, since it's going to be positioned behind the other two, that I'll give them a wrapper. Let's see if this is how I want to actually do it. So, and I'm going to make this since, that box isn't changing size, I'm going to make our code a wee bit bigger. Okay. And format. Okay. What is going on? What is going? Why did it? Why did it? Oh, because I had that copied. I thought I had the closing div copied. I did not. Yerkadurka. Okay. Now can we format without everything being painful? Okay. So we have the closing div for that, center and frame. Perfect. And why am I surrounding these with a div? Well, because I think I need to position the quotes, perhaps, potentially. Although I don't know if I need these wrapped now that I think about it, because I could just class of quotes. Let's go ahead and open up CSS. If you've never done one of these challenges before, it starts you off with this open sans import, and then it styles the frame. So if I give this frame a background of hot pink, you should be able to see it a little bit better now. So yes, this is what the CSS challenge, 100 days CSS challenge starts you off with, is just styling the frame and then also giving you a center class to work with, which I sometimes use and I sometimes delete. Okay. I really hate the hot pink speck color. It's just the worst. What do you think the first thing I'd change? Okay. So we're gonna get like this one. It's closer to like a watermelon, but whatever. Okay. And so I generally try to stick their default stuff up above. Oops. So on our root, we're going to create a variable for hot pink. Hot pink that I just color picked. And yeah, I'm just going to integrate everything. I usually like leave them separate, but we're just going to do it like this for today because I want some variables. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. We're going to go down here and replace this with that. It should change. Question mark? Oh, it's mad at me. Am I doing the wrong undefined variable hot pink? Sometimes I use custom properties, so I get them mixed up, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, custom properties are dash dash. I shouldn't have to use var because that's also. Let's see, hot pink, hot pink. It's because I'm using root? Question mark? Maybe I'm not. Oh, I don't think you're supposed to scope these. I always, yeah. You don't scope SAS variables. You do scope CSS custom properties. Woof. Okay, that's fine. We're back. And then I guess we'll say color. Are we saying color anywhere? We are, but we don't need to say either of those. So we're going to say background and color. Color of white, sure. Okay. And I don't know about Open Sans. What are we importing? 700 and 300? Okay, let's import 900 and see how that try that on for size. So font weight. If you could spell, that would really help in our styling endeavor. Save. Is that really 900? I was expecting some chunky fonts, so hang on. Google Fonts, Open Sans. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. There's no 900. That's why. Thank you, Hot Pink. We are obliged to you. Okay. There is an 8. I thought that font weights go up to 9, but I don't know why Open Sans isn't. Oops, I need that tab. Why don't you go up to 900? That's really weird. Yeah, I really thought it was like 100 and 900, so now I'm a little confused. Maybe they just didn't make it for Open Sans, but I thought that was like the font that has every single style choice. Okay, but what we do need to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to use exactly the font that they're using. Oh, I forgot to show you this part. When you hover, there's a sexy tooltip with an animation, which I'm all about. I love it. I think for right now, let's use their fonts. We can customize it later. So they're using Open Sans 6, 4, 3, and 300 italic. Good lordy. Are you really using all those styles? Okay. So this is going to be, if we look at it, and I had to guess, 6, 4, 3 are our options. This is obviously 300, so then I'm going to say this is 600 font weight. I like make this bigger. Okay, so font weight of 600, and then we need to talk to Albert Einstein. I'm just going to give it a class of signature. And are we using center? Who's using center? Is this extending center? Nobody. Nobody's using it? I don't. Hang on. Okay, so it is using center. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, duh. We're the class of center. Because I was like, is frame just extending center? I feel like it should be. I want to try just doing that because I don't think we need double divs here. So if we want this to have this style, we should be able to say add extend class of center. And then all of those styles are plopped into there? Question mark, position absolute. Oh, it's because of the positioning. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Did that fix it? So position absolute, top left, transform, translate. I'm trying to think if I should do flex. Flexi styles or leave the positioning. All right, for this moment in time, I'm going to leave it, but I might rip it out for my beloved flex. I really need to get more into the grid. I need to like devote a UI Wednesday just to CSS grid. All right, let's do this. We style the default font weight to 600, but we need to talk to signature. Okay. I'm gonna bump that up. 300 italic. Can I just say, I saw that we're importing 300 italic. So do I just say that, or do I need to say the style? Yeah, that's what I thought. The font weight's 300, and then the font, is it style? Italic? Is that a thing? I'm making it up. No, that's it. That's how you do it. Okay. Good. Happy. It's much bigger. Much bigger. Let me see. Let's just go ahead and inspect and find out. Someone handed me this and was like, I need you to make this thing on the web. I would either inspect it if it was already on the web, or I would, open up whatever design tool I was given and find out the font. So that's why I feel like this isn't cheating, because I could guess at this font, but I want to know what font size you are. So if we make our dev tools real big, we'll find out that the font size is 24 pixels. Is the font size consistent? No. The signature has font size of 20, and on this hover, it's like 16. I don't know. It's teeny tiny. We can select this span, and then we can set. I'm going to bump my DevTools down a little bit because there we go. We're going to set the hover state to hover so that the tooltip is always showing. Then I'm going to select the tooltip, and the tooltip font size is 16. Oh, look at that. Okay. Shouldn't be that excited. While we have the tooltip open, actually, I'm assuming that's like an icon that didn't render right here. That's clickable. We'll look into that, but I'm going to copy. Do we want it? Trying to decide if it should be above or below. Because usually you try to put things in the order that they appear on the page. But, and it doesn't matter with positioning where I put it because I can move it, but I'm going to put it below for this moment in our lives, but we might modify that. Okay. Class of definition. Let me just spell that wrong. Definition. Definition. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. Okay. And we're going to paste. And there's 2 parts to it. So I'm going to go ahead and build in those parts. There's the this is the definition header. It does have the pronunciation within it, but there's also some weird link thing that looks broken that they wanted to have in it as well. So instead of just naming it pronunciation, I'm naming it header. And squeaky mic. This is the actual definition itself. Header and body. I don't know. It's the body of the definition, or maybe content might make more sense. Okay. There. Okay, cool. It's a box. It's got the little blip. And yeah, let's go ahead and say, scroll up. So let's talk to our definition. And we're going to give it a, I don't know if I want to give it a background of blue or white. Let's do the solid color. And then we'll just give the header the white. So background color of, just right now we'll do this, but we'll pick out a different one. And then the font, I think, can stay white on that. Yeah, this can stay white, but it's the header that has the specialness. So hi, header. How are you doing? We need to talk to you. So we should be seeing some of this. Why aren't we seeing some of this? Did I? Yeah, this doesn't look right. This looks like too many eyes. Define definition. It's not too many eyes. Just looks, it looks wrong. Okay. There we go. Whew, that blue though, right? We want the whole thing to have padding. No, we don't want the whole thing to have padding. We just want the children to have padding. I could call out the header and the body separately, but I think I'm going to say, and any direct children? Bit much, but you see where we're going. That blue has to go. It has to go. Let's pick out this sexy green. And I don't know why I just scrolled in my HTML. We're going to go back up and say, woo, frog green. I should really hyphenate these? Question mark? Probably. Hot pink. And the background color of this is going to be frog green. Thank you. Now this page just reminds me of a watermelon. Okay. What? Okay. my first question is, why is there so much space between the header and obsession? I'm wondering if it's like a default. I'm going to open up the dev tools and it's going to break our view a little bit, but I wonder if it's like the default paragraph inside of body. What are you doing? What is your margin doing? Yeah, I think it's default paragraph styles. So if I set the margin to 0, didn't fix it. Margin block and frame. Let's see, definition. Oh. What is going on here? Why do you have margin? Yeah, it was the header's margin. Okay. Let's go back over here. I want to see. A little bit is fine, but I don't know if I want it coming from the header. Ooh, pardon me, darlings. Okay, let's close our dev tools and go. We saved, so we're gonna refresh the page to see where we're actually at. I guess we can use the header's margin, but margin top, right, bottom, left. Is this gonna override it? What is happening? Is it is it both the margin or the is it both things? Do they both need to be? Lord help us. Okay. So yeah. Both, I guess both paragraphs had margin on them, so we needed to reset for both if we want to actually control it. 5 isn't looking like enough, but also we needed to reset the definitions. The definitions. I'm sorry. We need to reset the definitions font size. Which it does not seem to be listening to. Okay. I really hate opening the inspector on CodePen because I mean everything gets weird. But sometimes, aka all the time, I can't function without it. So it's saying that's 16. That's ridiculous. That was so weird. I got rid of the font. I've never seen that before. I got rid of the font size and it just deleted that definition entirely. Like it's what? I've never seen DevTools do that before. So you see there's yeah. Maybe it but I have I don't know why DevTools is doing that. Is that like a new feature? And also we put like feature in quotes. Okay, I guess I won't cross that out. Inherited from div definition. Yeah. Okay. There's no way that's 16. Because if this is 16, then there's no way that this is actually listening to its font size. Because this is supposed to be, what was it? 24, 20, and 16. What are you, darling? Excuse me. Color font weight. By not styling that, we're gonna close DevTools one more time. And what have I done? Okay, so okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna call this body. Oh wait, I can't unless I'm specific because I want to call it like header and body the same as the other one. We're gonna actually call this quote, and we'll call this quote symbol. Sure. Have I styled quote yet? No. Okay, so we're actually gonna say display none to you. Beautiful. We want to remove it right now, and then we're gonna bring it back whenever it's time to style on hover. So show on word hover. Now we need to do yeah, the definition should be at the very bottom actually, because that's where it is in markup. So now we're going to talk to our quote. 24 pixels, and the quote symbol of, you're actually going to be like massive. I didn't look at the font size. Position absolute, and we're positioning it relative to the quote. Yeah. Does it need to be positioned to a parent? Pickles. We will do it to the. This is what I was worried about. I don't want to position it to center. Okay. Last major markup change, I promise. We're going to call the whole thing quote. Should have done this in the beginning. And I don't think I need this wrapper question mark. Maybe we might bring that back. And then everything goes inside of there. Format HTML. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Okay. And instead of quote, we're going to call this copy and the signature. Okay. So now in our go away JavaScript. I don't know why I cannot get the JavaScript to go away. How bizarre. Usually I can collapse it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to save and refresh. Command Shift R. There it goes. I don't know. I love CodePen. I love Chris Coyer. Sometimes there's dragons. Okay. We were reorganizing. So we're going to collapse definition. So we're going to talk to the whole quote, the quote as a whole, and inside of the quote we have the quote symbol, which what did I do to the quote symbol? Okay, sure. Quote symbol and the copy. And we also have the signature, which I think I already styled above, but we'll clean that up. Okay, so the copy needs to be 24. The signature needs to be 20 and italic. Woo! Italic. And we can delete that from up here. Oh, the font weight. The font weight. Font weight of 300. And this one gets font weight of 600. Oh, I think that was our default. It is. It shouldn't be. That's thick. Let's make 300 our default. And then the quote symbol. Way too small in the font size. I don't know. 100. It's got to be massive. And also, I only saw one font import on their styles. I'm just gonna refresh because I want the hover state to go away, and I'm too lazy to go uncheck that box. Yeah. So see, there's only one import for Open Sans, and yet that's not an image. I'm gonna throw something if that's an image. Oh my gosh! Please tell me those quotes are not an image. How do I find them? All right, let's select the text quote before. Oh, let's. They're giving the content the quote. Font family Arial. I just. So I guess by doing it this way, we get rid of the need of some markup. Because, you don't. Okay. I could see it. I see the value in doing it this way. Let me know in the chat if you disagree. But I like it. Thinking forward thinking, if you want to reuse this class of quote, it's less markup that you have to have, which could be great for people, just who are error prone, right? You've already got the CSS that's written. It's going to add to, I'm gonna scroll up. It's going to add this content of the quote and style the quote on the before element. I like it. I really, really like it. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the quote symbol entirely, which I like this. It's cleaner. Sometimes I have to really think about someone else's implementation. Before I get on board, I'm like, what'd you do there? All right. So instead of talking to quote symbol, what we're going to do is talk to the before element, which we can say ampersand. Before, if you are new to Sass, ampersand is referring to the parent element that we are nestled inside of. So it is literally the same as saying quote, like that, like, hey, look at the parent. You can't type it out like that though, because then it would look for quote inside of quote. So if you totally didn't follow, don't worry about it. Okay. So now we need to give before element, the actual quotes. Oh, I don't like that. The autofill sometimes. Okay, there it is. Beautiful. They had it a lighter version of their background, so I don't know. We could just take the RGBA of hot pink. Actually, there's probably a mix-in for this. What is it? Lighter in SAS. So we can probably just use our hot pink variable and lighten it. Heads up, the lighten function increases lightness by a fixed amount, which is often not the desired effect. To make a color a certain percentage lighter than it was before, use scale. Maybe we should use scale. I don't know. Let's try it. Scale. So you pass in the hex or potentially anything. What is happening? Why are we giving it two colors? What? Why? Lightness, saturation. Why are they giving it? Heads up. The transparentize function decreases the alpha channel. That's what we want. At least that's what I want at this moment in my life. Why is it not clickable? Transparentize RGBA 0.3. That's exactly what I want. I have no idea what magic voodoo scale is doing. For another day. Transparentize. And then we just need to pass the alpha. Okay. Back. Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the color, since it's content, actually, let's make it disappear first just to make sure I'm doing this right. So we're going to take hot pink. Perfect. It's the Z index is wrong. It's over the words right now, which is why it's cutting off certainly. So we need to say now it's behind certainly. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, color of hot pink. So we're going to say transparentize. That does not look like it's spelled right. 0.3. Yeah, I don't think we spelled it right. And or are doing it right. Hang on. RGBA. I don't think that should matter, right? Question mark. Transparentize this. Why do they have two values? Okay, first things first, we're going to make sure I'm spelling transparentize right. I was. Next thing is let's actually pull up transparentize the docs for it. Oh, that's probably all the docs they have on it. Oh my gosh. I just want to get to the top of the page. Wow. Yeah. This is all they have for it. Okay. Usually not the best way to make color images, but it's not included directly in the new module system. Wait, what? I think they want us to use scale. However, what is this voodoo? Yeah, see, transparentize the color and the amount. That's what I want. Bum. Scale color, red, green, blue, saturation, alpha. There's also fade out. I'm just wondering if I need to do, because they're passing it more things than the quick and easy docs say that they're passing it. Color, that. Okay, yeah. So we're not passing the right amount of things. Cool. Cool. So transparentize needs, it looks like it needs an RGBA, which would be really annoying if that were true. Really? Because that looks like the only difference. Oh, I'm going to be grumpy bear if I have to do that. Because I just wanted to use my hot pink variable. Fine. Let's grab hot pink, colors and formats, as an RGBA. Which I know, why should it matter? Using a variable anyways. It just does. Okay, is this gonna work? Do I need some weird, like, this interpolation? Is that, again, for custom properties, and I'm mixing? Oh, it seems angry, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, I changed. I don't know. I changed hot pink to an RGBA, so it should be plopping an RGBA here. So it should actually, whoops, should be fine. If I put the color, so whoa. No, it doesn't work perfect. That's what I wanted. Why aren't you working? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna move on because I'm annoyed with this. Ba-da-ba-bum. I need to look into transparentize, which apparently I can't even. This might be the problem. What color is this? Preferences? No, I don't need that. Yeah, you're still there. What? Okay. I think I need to lighten because I think I'm changing the opacity, but you still can't see it. So I need to, instead of, I think what I was doing was working. I don't know if lighten is a thing. I'm just gonna look it up. If not, hot pink. I don't know. Not a thing. Okay. I think I'm using the wrong thing. I don't think I want to change the alpha. Sass color, blah, blah, blah. Whiteness. That's just a variable. Color dot lightness, forgetting a color's lightness. Let's see. Lighten, debug lighten, 30%. It wants a percent. 50%. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Because we want it to look close to it, but we want it to also be visible. Maybe 20. Also, we've got to get Arial going on up in here. Font family. Arial. Is that how you spell it? Oh. Oh my. What is wrong with that? Oh, it's not in quotes. I don't think that should matter. Question mark. What am I doing wrong? Arial quotes, font size. Why does theirs look so incredibly different than mine? Let's inspect it and see if it's actually. Is it actually doing it? So we need to go select our quote before element. What on earth? That's bonkers. Definition. The font size needs to be, they had it at 250, so we at least need to double it. And it's so weird. Okay, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm just going to copy their styles, plop them on top of ours, or underneath ours. Oh, wow. That's not what I wanted to do. What is happening? Quote before element, please. Thank you. I don't want the top to be. So yeah, theirs is ARIAL. What on earth? Let's see. Oh, it's the quote they used. Mother. Just nauseous. It's the content quote they gave it. The type of quote they gave it. It has nothing to do with the font itself. Well, at least we debugged it together. All right, we're gonna make this bigger and get back to not feeling crazy. So go down to our no, not our definition. Thank you. Our quote. And we need to change this quote style to that quote style. And it will render eventually. Dang it. Okay. Or position absolute should be relative to this quote. We're going to go ahead and top 0, left 0. I want you. Is that 0? Questioning. First, I'm going to try position relative. Make sure it doesn't move. Why did it move? Next, I'm going to figure out why it thinks that's 0, 0. Maybe it is. Oh, I bet it's got to do with center. I have no idea. Let's find out. Copy quote before. Yeah, what? Why do you... What are you positioning to? Shift option open square bracket. Huh. Well, I just typed that in. I have no idea what you're talking about. You might want to be a bit more specific, lay turtle. What are you positioning to? I need to find those other quotes. These are the quotes you're looking for. Apparently I did not save after I did that. The combo of shift, no shift. The typographic quotations. Gotcha. Shift plus no shift. That's not what we want. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Shift, no shift plus option plus brackets. Oh. 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 Okay, so we want... I want the double quotes. I want the double quotes. Actually, I want to know, Turtle, you're great with positioning. What the fudge is this positioning itself to? If we open up the inspector, I'm wondering if it's because I'm doing this dumb stuff with center. Quote before. So you're absolute. And I thought 0. Those are commas. They're subscripted. The more you know. Yeah. What the garbage with the positioning though? Okay. Let's see. I want to get rid of center because I feel like it's messing everything up. So I'm going to close DevTools and comment out center just for this one moment. And then I'm going to give, actually, yeah, let's, and the quote, adding of like, I don't know, 20 pixels. Also, if you're just now joining us, hello and welcome. And so I had a meeting and ended up leaving. Does this challenge validate the final appearance, or is it for fun kind of thing? So the challenge site, I think it's for fun kind of thing. I don't think they've ever picked a winner. You can go down and see, because you can submit, so you can see everyone else's implementations. And I love looking at like, how did they do their CSS? I think it's weird / funny when people use JavaScript, because if the challenge itself doesn't use JavaScript, that means it can be done completely in CSS. But yeah, geeky girl, it is. It is fun, I suppose. But every previous round, you'll be able to see. And if we were on the current day, you'd be able to see what people were submitting. I didn't like the current day, so I skipped ahead to this one, mainly because the current day had JavaScript. So I like to try to do challenges that just have CSS for right now, or that can be done solely in CSS. Commas are at the bottom of the line height. Replace the M with quotes, and they should be at top. It lists this in positioning. No, that's not the positioning woes that I'm talking about. I hate bots. They like annoy me, and I just don't have the energy to block you, so you shall be blocked at a later time. Okay. No, Turtle, that's not what I'm talking about. At all. It's not at top. It's not at the it's in the very it was in the very middle of the page, which is very annoying. My top my top and left got wiped. I love you, CodePen. Quote padding. Okay, we're gonna move the positioning. My relative also got wiped, but I don't think I should need to specify. 0 left 0. Not enough. If I add relative to the parent, relative, still not happy. Where are you? Let's just like move the left until we see our quotes. Okay. And the top. I don't know where you went. Yep, z-index -1 puts it behind the page. No, it doesn't. Because I will tell you why I know this. Wow, look at how broken the styles are. I tell you, you want to open the inspector on CodePen and things get grumpy. Okay. The z-index is not doing that because when I'm not positioning, you can see it. And if the z-index was putting it behind the page, we shouldn't be able to see it. And it's not really the page, it's the frame, but I hate positioning. Okay, here we go. Positioning, top, left. Why are you being like this? Actually, let's check out the challenge and see what they did. Because, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to inspect. There's there before. They did top of a -100. And they're using their center stuff because they also have this class of center that I commented out that's position absolute. Okay. We're going to bring this back. I didn't want to do negative. I don't want to. I don't want to. Because it doesn't always need to be. It doesn't always need to be. Z-index is ignored without positioning. hear a random truck outside. Z index is ignored without positioning. I see. Okay, well, then tell me, oh wise and wizened turtle. Why is this working? If what you're saying is true, I shouldn't be able to see my quotes right now, but I can. But I can, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the link to my stuff. I said, here's my stuff. Okay. The next thing that's driving me crazy. Why is our font the size of life itself? Ba-bum. It's constraining itself to a weird width. Please tell me that this dear gentleman did not give a hard width to this paragraph. What is happening? Why are we doing so much mother fluffing positioning? That's what I want, is what I really want to know. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Because I don't like positioning and I don't really know. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get rid of center because I hate center. I loathe center. Gets rid of one of our divs at the bottom. And now we can go down to center and get rid of that. Goodbye, because I don't want to do it. Now, this positioning really should be working. I don't know. Top zero, position relative. Yes, yes. Get rid of the Z index because Turtle thinks that's breaking everything. Why are you not in the top? Okay, so like whose top left is that? That's what I want to know. Quote before position absolute. Oh my goodness. The line height. Yikers. Okay. It's the line height. That is good to know. Go back over here. Thanks, turtle. Oops. Oops. I have no way of clicking on that lay turtle. Okay. I think I have Slack open if you want to Slack it. Okay. I was doing something productive. Right. The line height. Font size. Line height. I don't know. I have to do it with the inspector. I feel blind without it, even though it's so jank sometimes. Yeah, there's the line height. Oops. Let's set the line height to 0. That seems not what you want to do. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go and look at The lay turtle. The lay turtles idea. Let's see. Did you get rid of center? You still have center? Oh, commented out. Okay. And then what is happening with our position relative, position absolute, top 0? Oh, you changed the quote or no? Where's mine? Okay, I've got to close the inspector. I just can't deal with the tiny font anymore. It's above definition. Yes, so that's what you're talking about with the subscript, and that's why I'm now dealing with this line height issue. I understand, turtle. I didn't want to give anything else the Z index, but I see now that I need to. Okay, so if we use those quotes, not the subscript ones, then it pops up to where 00 actually is, and we feel all warm and fuzzy in our hearts. We need to move the copy above it. So copy gets Z index of 2. And we all round of applause turtle. Okay. And then this one's going to be Z index of 1. Z index. La 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 la. Why won't you move? It's because I'm positioning. Think. Copy. 5? I shouldn't need to do that. 2 should be plenty. And why aren't you working? I want to go look at turtle did. Right. I don't know if we need to give signature the Z index of 2. Also, we shouldn't. I'm going to look for anywhere the Z index is. Oops. Find. Yeah, I think all he did was give a Z index to, position relative. Fine. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. I see now why we did such things. Z index. So this gets the Z index of 2. We don't need to specify 1 because that should be defaults. Don't need that there, but we do need to position them so they listen to the Z index. Position relative. Relative. Do you want to be relative? Okay. Make sure I didn't. Let's see. Do we need to give position relative to the quote itself is my other question. Overflow hidden. Shouldn't affect anything, but earlier it was. I don't know why I'm still having issues with this. Copy, signature. Oh, you have to spell position the right way. Perfect. I mean, Actually do need it to be a little negative, but at least now when I say negative, I'm not bringing it up to the top. Oh, that makes me feel so much better about it. Yeah, 100's too much. Like maybe 40. We just want it to be a little bit over the edge. Still too much. 20? There. That's happy. Okay. Also, we were giving a padding here. Are we center aligned? Let's check theirs again. They just have a larger. I think we could bring back center. Or we could flex it up. Let me think. So what would happen if let's try something. I gave it a div. If we talked to our div, the same that he always has a div of center that wraps everything, but instead of positioning for center, I wonder if we could just display flex and justify content. I think flex does row by default. If I want to center it on the page like this, flex direction of column. And I wonder if it's like align items, maybe. I always have to look it up. Flex. Whoa. The CSS tricks guide is the bomb dizzle. I do have the poster on the way. Let's go down to. So I know I want it to be a column. I want to center it on the page. Align items center. Question mark. I thought that's what that's lay turtles. I did align items. Save. What's going on? Prepare yourselves. We're going into the inspector. Dive. The quote center. Oh. Oops. I wonder if I can even do that. What's the width and height of the frame? Could I put this on the frame, or is that going to mess everything up? Certainly didn't mess everything up. Let's see. Copy, quote. No center. We deleted that. Frame now has display flex. me go back and make sure I'm not missing something. I don't think it's align content. Let me try it. Let me try it real quick just to make sure. Content center. Why are you yelling at me? So then it should take this and plop it in the center. Let's see. Close the console. Ooh, every time. It gulps me. Okay. I don't think our positioning is messing everything up. With height, see, let me see if boop, boop, boop. I don't think this will fix it, but let me try. I'm gonna hard refresh just to make sure we're seeing the changes that I made. Okay, so let's go back and look at center, which has the full width and height right now. Yay. And we're saying display flex. We want you to be a column. Okay. I wonder if the centering for columns is different. Align items, align self. Justify content. Let's go back and do close that and talk to center and say justify content. And then let's comment out until I don't think it's actually updating. Whoops. There. Okay. So now I don't know if align items or I think it was all justify content is what we needed for the column itself. And instead of saying 400 pixels twice, it's not that much better, but whoa. Frame and what was it called? Center. All right. Let's give, what was it, obsession? It was. It was. Let's give obsession a highlight. So right here, we're going to say, whoa, I just do. I don't know. I don't know what I just did. All right. Let's give it a span around obsession with a class of define it. And then save, and then let's go talk to I wonder if the definition needs to be inside of the span, maybe. Background color of let's just grab this purple for this. Oh, nobody wants it in RGBA. I want it in hexadecimal, please. Thank you. And now we'll grab that purple. We're just going to call it our dark. It looks more blue now that I'm looking at it. Dark blue. Okay. Find it. Dark blue. I think that's fine. Does theirs have padding? It does have padding. Top. I don't want any extra on the top or the bottom. It's the left and the right. I don't know. Okay, but does theirs do? Yes, theirs does do that. Okay. Oh wait, I think their line height is modified. Yeah, their line height is definitely bumped up from the normal paragraph line height. What is this? So line. I didn't know. We'll start off with that and just look at it. Oh, special eyes. Still don't know. Oh, now I know. It still feels like chunkier than theirs. Yeah, I wonder if this is not 600. I wonder if it's 300. Quote. Where is your font? Wait. No, this isn't the right. So the font size is 24 pixels. I'm gonna just try it because I can't find it in there. And where is it? Copy 600. What would 300 look like? Woo! That's too. Let's see. I'm just gonna go. Oh, let's close the inspector. There we go. Okay. Frame quote. Before P, font size and a line height. Font size of 24, line height of 35. What's your default font weight, though? Nothing. No font weight is specified. So, let me look at theirs again. Result. It still looks thicker than that to me. They're only importing, is it 6, 4, and 3? So maybe it's 4. Copy. Font weight. Maybe their default is 400. Maybe our default needs to be 400. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So I don't think we're using 600 unless they used it. Okay, so the default's going to be 400. Albert Einstein needs to be, which is the signature. I'm pretty sure it was 300. Font weight of 300. And then Nicoll lighter. Let's see. I don't actually see it changing. I'm going to save and refresh. Keep doing that. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but I keep doing it. 600, 400, 300, 300 italic. So maybe we need to use the 600 here. Let's try it. Weight of 600. Oh, actually, that wouldn't make any sense. We're importing the 600 from the open sands, but then we're using Arial on that. So I think they're just importing it accidentally for no reason, because I don't think we actually end up using it. Okay. Now on hover. Did they change the cursor state? Did they change? Yeah, they did. Okay. Cursor state CSS. Hand or pointer? I bet it's like pointer. Let's try pointer. So on anything, let's clean up our white space. On anything with define it, we want to say cursor. I think pointer. Yes, perfect. Perfect. And we want to say, so I think it needs to be nestled inside of it, because we want to say on hover of this definition display block and display none otherwise. And I think yeah, I think as long as I move, if I move the definition itself, which is here, I think I need to put that inside of the span. Let me think. Session. Okay. My first question is, why is it displaying? Am I not being specific enough? All right, let's find out. Inspect. Do we need like an overflow of hidden? No. Why is this? Okay, here's the definition. You are display none. What is happening? It is display none. Brain. Okay. So why didn't hold? So everything after the span is losing. Yep. Let's go check. I want to make sure, because I think it has to be nested. Oh dear Lord. Obsession. There's their word obsession. There's all their info for it inside of that span. Oh, wait, what? On click, huh? Oh, I think that's is that the thing that's broken? I have no idea. But there's no clicking here. It's just on hover. Where is hover? But yes, they are nesting. There's pronounce. Let's find the word hover. There it is. Tooltip. Hover info. Focus. Okay. So this is how they did it. And I think it's the way that we have to do it without JavaScript. Okay. This, that. Okay. I wonder if I need to do something like other than display none, like visibility hidden, maybe. Right. So that makes it invisible, but it's still in the flow. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we're losing the styling for the rest of the quote. That's the part I'm confused about. Maybe because I used a div? Maybe, or okay, let's try replacing that with, because I don't think I said div anywhere, so where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. I'm just going to change everything to spans. And I want to see if I can get the, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, oh yeah, that's beautiful. It's working. All right. I get that it's ugly. I get it. But it is flippity dipping working. Okay. Let's go back to this view. Save. Pen save. Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. We want to position the definition block. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the display none. Oh, I don't know why is that working like that. Because all. Oh, it's because it's not display block. It's inline. Okay, we're gonna set it to display block by default, so we can style how we want it to look. Position absolute. And it's so weird. The obsession is getting. I want it to be bottom 0, I think. I thought. Actually, before we move forward, I think I want this to be display block. Maybe. Yeah, I do. I do want you to be display block. With let's give it a set width for this moment in our lives. And what happened to our font? Oops. That's huge. It's huge right now. And let's see what 14 looks like. I think it's our line height. Let's reset it. If it's inheriting that line height, then that's no bueno. We're going to need more than 16 though. You might actually need to use the correct symbols. Turtle's making fun of me. Okay, line height, maybe like 18. Okay, it's a little better. You know, I still think this is too big, so I'm gonna just bump it down. It makes me feel a little bit better about the font size. Also, we've got some margin going on our header. Top right, bottom left. So really, we just want margin. Ooh, I just got a really cold breeze. We have our window open right now. We're enjoying the fall weather. Margin bottom of beautiful. The paragraph needs padding. I don't know. I don't know how much. Or maybe padding isn't what we need. She said questioningly. Body. I think it's because I'm talking to the wrong thing. I actually want to talk to the body of the definition. Let's try giving it margin and just see what happens. Yeah. I think that's because of my hard-coded width. Now if we go and modify our margin. Oh. It's I keep forgetting this. It's a span now. We had to. There it is. Duh. The span is in line, and therefore inline elements it's not going to listen to that at all. Okay. Whew, sometimes you think you're losing it, and most of the time you are, but okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I do want a max width on this instead of a width. Max width of, I don't know. I don't know how big I want it to be. Well, I hate the widow, so not that. I think 200 was my. Okay. I know. I said I wouldn't open the inspector any more times, but I have to. This one. Max width. That feels good. 320. 320 feels good. This feels great. I know. We shouldn't be hard coding this. We're doing it. I'm more okay with this. I don't like that the header text doesn't start at the same line as our body, so I'm going to change that to padding. That's what I want to do. with my and the 320 could probably become 300. No problem. That's what we want. Okay. The next issue that I see is all of these display block pieces. I think we need to change because if we take the display block off of the outer parent and we put none, I don't know if it's going to work on hover. Let's find out. Hey, we did a thing. Oh my gosh, we did a thing. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Certainly not. Okay. That makes me feel really good in my heart. Okay. We need to bring it back. So we're going to change our definition block from none to display block. And we're going to mess with the positioning. Because bottom. Okay, first things first, define it has to be position relative. And I don't know if it needs display block to listen to position relative. Bottom 0, where's obsession? I think that's closer to the truth of it. Bottom -10. What is happening? All right, inspect. Please give me the span that says obsession. Yeah, so we want it to be like above obsession. But I thought that saying bottom 0 would do this. Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. Maybe he won't find out. Yeah, I want to see what top 0 looks like. Yeah. I think top 0 is exactly, yeah, see? The top of my definition block is matched up with the top. Oh, I think the bottom of mine is matching up with, darn it. Okay, yeah. The bottom is matching up with its bottom. So annoying. Okay. Let me think. I'm going to do boop, 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 boop. Where is it? Definition block. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. To do it. Oh, man. It's because I opened the inspector, so it's going to be weird to me. Hard refresh. Thank you. Next thing, shapes of CSS off. It is an article. And we want the triangle shape, which is width and height of 0, border left, border right of 50 pixels solid, and a border top of 100 pixels solid. This, my darlings, is going to what we need to make the little divot. Let me show you. The divot. The divot at the bottom of the the pop-it-a-pop. Pop, pop, pop. The piddly-pop. Okay. So I think we'll make the divot, and then I'm going to save the animation and all that other stuff for our next UI Wednesday. It's been fun. It's been fun. We don't have time to finish out the animations and the styles. So let's make a divot happen, shall we? So I'm going to select actually, where is it? Definition. So we're going to say the before element of the definition. And that's where we're going to do this magic of width of 0, height of 0, and then we need the border left, right, and top in order to draw our CSS triangle. We don't want it to be red. The other key thing is that the left and right need to be transparent. And based on which way you want your triangle to face, if you check out the article again, like if you want your triangle to face up, then you have the border bottom as the one that you're drawing instead of the border top as the one you're drawing. Solid red. Okay. I'm going to make sure I'm doing this properly. Actually, let me just see if the after stuff is showing up. I think it should be an after, not a before, since it's like underneath. Span, obsession, definition. There you are. Where's your after? Yeah, I'm not seeing it at all. At all. Refresh. Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. See. I don't think it's showing up. Let's go to the CSS and maybe we'll change it back to a before and see if we can get it to show up. Please show up. Please and thank you. Also, I feel like I need 2 colons. I always get those mixed up. When do you need 1? When do you need 2? Definition. Because it should show up in the markup. I don't think that's going to fix it. Well, this is very weird. This is very weird indeed. All right. We're going to comment this out and we're going to make it to do note. A do. So on the next UI Wednesday, we are going to make arrow appear, animate in and out, tooltip. And then I'm also going to change display block to display and by default. And let's save it. Close this. Hard refresh. I think we got a good chunk done. I think so. It appears, it disappears, appears and disappears. So yeah, we just need to position a little bit, add some animations, and get our little arrow showing up. I'm sure it has something to do with display and how I'm setting everything to be in line and how apparently I can't get the before element to show up. Very peculiar. But anywho, thank you all so much for joining me on this UI Wednesday for the CSS Challenge number 12 out of 100 days for the CSS Challenge. I look forward to finishing this out with you next Wednesday and also talking about any other UI UX issues you're having. But thank you all. You've been marvelous. and I will see you the next time. Mwah!